Stream is starting. The Captain Coder at the helm. Bean water is ready.
We're drinking tea today.
Today we will learn a lot. He loves the question.
You know I do.
He loves to sing.
I love it.
Join our Discord.
Do the Discord.
Follow him.
Follow, follow, follow. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening to you wherever you happen to be in the world. Captain Coder here on this beautiful day. I hope you're having a beautiful day wherever you happen to be in the world. Captain Coder here. Captain Coder here. Coding. Look, coding like a captain. Coding like a captain, folks. Oh, this music's loud. Hope it's not that loud for you guys. I think it's just cranked up in my ears because I was in some Zoom calls. We do online learning in some Zoom calls here. Folks, so wonderful to have you here. Thank you so much for being here with us on this beautiful day. Welcome back, everybody. Mars9T, welcome back to the stream. Glad to have you here. Congratulations on your number 30. We did it, folks. We're number 30. Mars9T is number 30. Right off from the bat. So many people here right off from the bat. We got the whole crew with us, Smab. What time is it? Who is this? Where are we? What's happening? What dimension are we in? It's hammer time. Time to hammer some Godot. Hammer some promotion, get the word. You gotta spread the word about Captain Coder's Learn You a Game Jam, which is coming up quick, folks. It's coming in hot, it's coming in fast, and I hope you guys are ready for Captain Coder's Learn You a Discord, Learn You a Game Jam, because I'm so excited. We got so many amazing people out here trying to help, trying to learn, trying to help. Blah 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 blah. Whew, can you tell? Can you tell? Can you tell it's the end of the day? I'm a little better in the morning. So let's get some of this this big brain juice. Get this. Oh, it's like a green mango tea. It's so good. That tea is good. All right, folks, we are learning us a game jam. We're practicing our Godot today. We're gonna hop in. We are. So wonderful to see you, Codemunk. Welcome back, Zaft, Dramulks, Smab. Patrick, you guys are all incredible. Thank you guys so much for being here. Skydriver, I'm sorry. It's so tricky here. Let's give you some bonus points. Add Skydriver. 500 bonus points just for you, my friend. Just for you for being here twice today. But we are promoting Captain Coder's Learn You a Game Jam. We already got 62 people. Holy cannoli, 62 people. It's wild. It's 0 a.m. here. That's you know, it's a little late. Is it late or is it early for you? Do you go to bed? What time is your bedtime? Maybe it's your bedtime. It's late. Gotcha. Yeah, I would be asleep at that time. See, I wake up around 3, so people always think I'm about to go to bed, but I'm just getting up. Thank you so much for popping in. Enjoy your rest, my friend. Hope you get some rest. 6 a.m. the alarm rings. It's coming up. That's coming up 6 hours from now. 6 hours from now. But folks, we're gonna be hopping in here. We're gonna be Godoting a little bit more. We're here promoting Captain Coder's Learn You a Game Jam. Be sure to sign up if you guys can do it. You don't want to miss out on these prizes. 1,500 in prizes hang on. Learn You a Game Jam. Just post a link here. Boom. Boom. Let's pin it. Pin it. That's right. That's right. Perfect. Okay. So here, let me show you what we got so far. Do I have Godot open? Did I close Godot? I don't think I did. Oh, we gotta go. We're gonna see if we can get in some pull request changes that were submitted to us. All right, so here's what we have so far. We have a tofu guy. Tofu guy can jump. Tofu guy can run. So there's a run button. We can jump. And we got in a death. We can die. We can collect coins. We can get killed by the enemies. We can stomp the enemies. We can die on the spikes. I want to add in an enemy that walks on top of the spikes here. That's what we're going to be doing next. We do have a pull request that we're going to check out first. So this is a pull request out here by Saw. I've added control support that still needs testing. I've added A to go left, R to go right. Arrow keys as well. I've also made it so shift. Hang on, there's some merge conflicts. Oh no, there's merge conflicts. Saw, you gotta finish these merge conflicts. We're not gonna be able to get this in, I don't think. Let's go look at what's going on here. I don't know how to merge this stuff in properly. Maybe we could just add it in. We also got, I don't know what's going on with this. Canvas layer. We got, I don't know what this is. New project PNG. We're gonna have it. I'm gonna have to let Saw know that there's some extra stuff in here that probably needs to get cleaned up. This seems to be the important part though, with the keyboard, the controls like this. I think I'm gonna keep going here, and I'm gonna see if I can get Saw to fix this himself. Yeah, I don't know what this is. I don't want a file in here called new project 01. Let's do a review. Let's review these changes. Can I add a review on this file? Just add a review here. Request change. Unnecessary file. New project 01.png. This should be removed. Additionally, there are merge conflicts with the main scene. All right, we're gonna submit the review like that. I think to help make it so there are fewer merge conflicts like that, let's go ahead and make this our main scene. Well, I guess people are modifying it. It's still like a level 1 scene is essentially what it is. I do need to take my player pulled out. All right, so what do we want to do? What's our plan here? Hang on, give me just a second. There it is, Discord. Lost the Discord there for a second. Okay. So we are, yeah, so I want to add in an enemy that I can put here that we are gonna jump on. I wanna be able to jump on the enemy. So I can't actually make this jump here. So I'd like to add in an enemy in that spot and be it. So I want to make it so the enemy can walk across the spikes. I would like to make so the enemy can walk across the spikes. I think the easiest way to do this is going to be to, in our spike node, in our spikes node, I think we can actually just add in a static, yeah, let's do this. Let's add a child node, static body. And the static body is just gonna be a rectangle around this. that is, you can still have that only the enemies can walk on. So it's like going to be an enemy only ground node. All right, so we're going to add in a rectangle or a collision shape like this. And we're going to make it a rectangle. We're going to scale it down. Boop, 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 like that. Okay. We could also probably just make it so it's a little bit lower and then make it regular ground, and then the player will be, you know, maybe we do that, actually. Maybe we do that, because then I could imagine giving the player invulnerability on this. Let's set this collision layer. So this static body is terrain. It doesn't check collisions against anything else. Okay. Let me see what happens if we do that. I'm pretty sure we won't collide with it if we do that. I think I need to have it like this. Let's try it. Okay. Yeah, our player will still die on it. Oh. Oh, got. We done did got by that guy there. All right, so we're gonna hop, skip, jump. Yeah, okay, so the spikes will still get us. I want my spikes, apparently they need to be slightly wider. So, good question, 100 Acres, welcome back to the stream, great to have you here. There is a small chance that the player, so when you die, we fall off the screen like that. There is a small chance that the player will fling. I know, it is still at 10% zapped. There's a small chance, if we go into our player node here, that when the player dies, it's a 25% chance that they will splat. So I'll set it to 100% here. So the idea is some of the time the player will fly at the screen when they die. So you can swap it out a little bit. So there's going to be a 10% chance. I guess 25% was there. So normally it does this. Yeah, so Tani added this in here. Tani, I don't remember, Zaft might have recommended it, someone else recommended it, and then Tani made a pull request, went ahead and added in super cool stuff to there. Menaliki, how you doing, friend? Happy Monday. I almost said Saturday. Happy Monday, it's great to see you. I want to be able to, this here, this is how we do it. Shape, there we go. 16 wide, and we don't need to make it 8 tall, 16 wide though. And now it should actually line up nicely. Metaliki streaming super late. You are doing evening streams now. We're out here promoting Captain Coder's Learn You a Game Jam. Probably not going to be doing this all the time, but during our game jam, leading into the game jam, I want to be promoting it, seeing if we can get all the people who aren't available in the morning to check it out. But check this out here. Captain Coder's Learn You a Game Jam's coming up. Metaliki, I hope you'll consider joining. I hope you'll consider joining it. And I'm going to let this guy explain it for us. Hello and welcome to Captain Coder's Learn You a Game Jam, where you are encouraged to learn something new. In this game jam, you don't win by creating the best game possible, you win by learning as much as possible. In addition to submitting your game to this jam, you're encouraged to submit a devlog, blog, or vlog detailing what you learned along with the resources that you used so others can also learn that skill. If you do this, you're entered into our raffle to win $50. 5 unique people will be drawn and each will win $50. Additionally, myself and 2 guest judges will review all of the submissions to determine the top 5 most educational submissions. 2 grand prize winners will receive $250 each, one for the best written blog and one for the most educational video or podcast. Additionally, 3 runners-up will win $100 each just for learning something new. So join the Discord, check us out on Twitch, and learn something new. I can't wait to see what you make. We'll see you there. So that's Captain Coder's Learn You a Game Jam. I hope you guys will consider joining it. It's going to be super exciting, Menaliki. I hope you can join it. Nerdwolf, I'm looking forward to seeing you make something this year. We did clone myself, so I finally got that cloning batter working. That cloning batter, folks, it's a little messy. Watch out for the cloning batter. You don't want to get it on your skin too much. It's a little acidic. JD, how the heck have you been, my friend? It's great to see you again. Awesome stream earlier today. Menaliki, it's fabulous to have you here. Nerd Waffle, always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. But yeah, Menaliki, I hope you consider joining if you have the time. It's 2 weeks long. Wish you all a good evening, night, sleep later, and have sweet dreams, or sour cherries, or the captain with 30 hats, whatever. By the way, did you find your headphones cap? Yeah, I did find them. So I've been wearing them. June 19th. Let me did I not post a link to it? Apparently I didn't post a link to it. Starts on June 19th. That's a Wednesday. 8 days, 16 hours, 35 minutes, 49 seconds. It's June 19th, July 3rd, so you get a full JD always with the clips. JD always with the clips. June 19th to July 3rd. You get 2 whole weeks to work on it. The idea is to spend 1 week making your game and then 1 week adding in a devlog, blog, or vlog all about it. So I hope you'll consider joining, and I hope you consider submitting to it. JD, am I gonna regret letting you be here? I'm just kidding, JD. You're so much fun. Let's check it out. Oh boy, am I gonna regret? Always, we're gonna have to give you some demerits. Batter, folks. It's a little messy. Batter. You don't want to get it on your skin too much. It's a little acidic. Oh, no. Cloning batter working. That cloning batter, folks. It's a little messy. Watch out for the cloning batter. JD. You don't want to get it on your skin too much. It's a little acidic. A little acidic. That cloning batter is a little acidic. It's true. True. That one's not too bad, JD. That's a fun clip. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Points. I don't think it's bad at all. Actually, I love that clip. That clip's hilarious. 500 points. Thank you for the clip. I've often thought I should run a clip contest, where every month or something we look at the clips and we have like the best clips. We'll get a little reward. A cat video and 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 a cat video. You know how it goes. On and on and on and on and on. We have to go deeper. That's right. Okay. So I think my enemy will be able to walk on this now. I believe the enemy will be able to walk on this. Let's try putting an enemy on there and see how they do. It's a little bit offset. Can I reset? Transform feels off. There it is. Transform is off. So we want to do -4. Nope. 4. 8. 4. And then this should be 8 tall. I see. This should be 7. We'll make it 7 tall. I see, said the blind pen. There we go. You might actually be off work that week. I love the idea of encouraging, rewarding, learning rather than prowess. Absolutely. I'd love to join this game. I hope you do. All right. So our enemy should be able to walk on this. So let's come into our main scene here. Let's take a boop, boop, boo. Doodle-doo-doo-doo-doo. Tile map. Try something, Dev. You know what? Try something, Dev. I'm trying something new. Every day this week, I'm learning me some Godot. This is my first time using Godot. And I'm harnessing the power of GD scripts. I'm letting the GD script flow through me. Try something, Dev. Welcome to the stream. Have you met Try Something? They're a dev here in the crew, you know. Thank you, my friend, for following the Captain Coder today. Try Something, Dev. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome into the stream. We are here promoting Captain Coder's Learn You a Game Jam, which is coming up in just a few days. 8 days away. 8 days away. And in this jam, you are encouraged to learn something new. Let's try putting an enemy down here. This was the whole point, was to have an enemy. Ooh, put the enemy there. I think this will work. I suppose I could start them right here. We're learning, this is my first time using Godot, GD script in Godot. All right, this is my first time using GD script in Godot. This enemy makes me sad. This enemy makes me sad because it's not patrolling. And I think I know why. It's like it's not detecting that it bumped into this terrain? Maybe? Curious. Peculiar. Let's start our character over there. Take my player. Move them over. But yeah, I hope you're having a beautiful day. Thank you so much for the follow again. Let's try this out here. Yeah, so there's a script. The enemy should be bumping into this and turning around, but it's not. If I add in, I'm wondering if it's not high enough. Let me add in, or if I've done something to... There's like a cheap thing I could do. I could add waypoints for it to move back and forth, but I really want... It should. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, oh, maybe it doesn't actually bump on terrain. I thought I made them bump on terrain. So let's do this. Let's do this. I'm going to add an enemy over here. Let's add an enemy over here. And I'm 90% sure this one, unless I've broken something, will patrol that area. Let's go die. Respawn. Yeah. So the enemy does bump against the terrain. It is... I know what's happening. The terrain is not high enough. So the way my bump is detected is the terrain is too low, too high. Cygam, I took a Godot Udemy course. Nice. How'd you do? Did you enjoy it? When did you take it? Did you just take it? Okay. So I'm pretty sure, let's try something. I'm pretty sure if I were to add, increase the size of this. So if I did this, I think it would work. No. Passing, not done yet. Huh. Spikes are interfering somehow, I think. Let's try one more thing. Tile map. Is this the eraser? All right, let's try. Oh no. Yeah, I think. Put those back in. Let's go look at the code for the bump. Bump it up. You know you can bump it up. Turn on bump behavior. The following files are newer on disk. All right, reload it. Something with this. Yeah, this was a hack I did. So I'm pretty sure we can do... There's a threshold value. Maybe? Hang on, are we bumping into this? Hang on, handle collision, print. Collision.get normal. The sad part is the timing on this is gonna be hard, I think. Yeah. Well, it loops through them. So let me show you in our movement controller. It's sending all of the collisions. So it sends all of them. It sends all of them to this event. Right, so there's an event here. It sends all of the collisions. So we loop through all of the collisions. So we do get all of them. We do get all of them here. So it is technically colliding with like the ground beneath it and stuff like that. I'm 90% sure this is a problem. Dang. This is my hack. Is it really? This is just hard to debug. It's annoying because it's difficult. Okay, can we... This one's difficult to debug because it's bouncing against the ground as well. Let's see if it ever bumps against... Okay. Output. Collapse. Okay. See, but there's other enemies. I have to like turn off all my enemies. That's why I'm saying this is difficult. It's not just this one enemy that I'm printing stuff out on. All of them have it. So I'm getting a bunch of information from all of them. Let's go into our Either that or the direction is not changing properly. So the other thing I could do is put what I was no, I don't want to do that. I had it doing a like shape cast before, and the reason that didn't work is I want it to be when it touches the player gets destroyed, right? And so if I put a little bump thing there, it like kills the player with space. There's different ways I could handle this. This is just annoying, is what it is. I really wanted this to work. I don't know why this direction, this normal here. Okay, so in my scene, I want to print the element that I'm doing here. Chris T VDZ. Let me know if I'm probably pronouncing that incorrect, but Chris, welcome to the stream. Chris is here. I'd like to welcome Chris today. Chris, thank you so much for follow. Welcome into the stream. Happy day. Collision. Yeah, it's so difficult. It's annoying to get this debug information here. Let me set up a test scene. Here's what I'm gonna do. Let's create a test scene. Node, main scene, copy. Can I not copy this? I cannot copy this. I can't copy this file. Duplicate. Let's call this test scene. Okay, let me do it that time. That was interesting. In our test scene, I can come in and let's just get rid of everything. So on our tile map, let's go ahead and just erase all of this. Or I guess I just need to erase the enemies. Boop. Foreground. Why can't I erase these? What is going on? Erase. Boop, boop. There we go. All right, so let's just erase everything. Erase. All right, can I run? When I hit run, I think it's gonna start up my main scene. Yeah, this is my main scene. How do I switch? Can I tell it to run this scene? Set as main scene. F6 will run the current scene. What is that function called? Run current scene. Thank you, Zaft. All right, so now we're getting better outputs. It's 1. Why is it? So it is greater than that. That's what I thought. So 1 says it's directly in front of it. It's not properly switching directions though. The Van, welcome back to the stream. Great to have you here. I'm doing wonderful on this beautiful Monday, my friend. How the heck have you been? How the heck have you been? Hope you've been well. So I don't need to do this. The direction. Print, collision, switch. Plus or %s movement controller dot direction. I'm quite confused. This doesn't make sense to me. Wait a minute. This just doesn't make sense. Why do I have to do that? Why was it working previously? That's what I'm worried about, Zaft. But these are all the same enemy. Direction -1 means go left. Direction 1 means go right. So if our normal is... Hang on, let me test. I gotta test something else here. Can't move my enemy that way. Let's go into our tile map. What the heck? That's so interesting. If I do that, and move our player. Yeah, it gets stuck there. Let me go see. They always start facing left. I'm gonna see if... That's so weird. In my node here, tile map, enemy. To be our enemy, we're gonna go into our movement controller. The flip is just on the animation, I think. Our animated character controller. Yeah, that's just there. The movement controller. I don't understand. I don't understand. So my character... So I'm trying to make... So I have this behavior called turn on bump behavior. Turn on bump behavior. So our enemy... Yeah, it's super weird. I need to remember to press that. Our enemy has a behavior that when it's moving left or right, it should turn around. So I want it to do this. I want it to, when it touches a terrain, when it bumps into something, like another enemy too. So this works with other enemies too. When it hits the wall, it turns around. For some reason, when they're on spikes, the collision, print collision.get normal x. I keep pressing the wrong button. So my habit here. Yeah. Let's go. I'm gonna need to move where my character is in my test scene. Put him here. Let's put another enemy. I guess we can just move the enemy here. The enemy... It's checking when it collides with something, whether or not it needs to turn around. Whether or not it, like, did I bump something going to the left? Did I bump something going to the right? if I bump something, turn myself around in the direction in which I bumped into it. And it is working here. So we see it working here. If I put a second enemy in here, if I add in a second enemy, they will bump off of each other. So they know how to bump into and off of each other. Because I'm not using a special collider, it just says, when you bump into something, what velocity, where was the thing that you bumped into? For some reason, not checking layers. I am checking layers. It works fine here. No, I'm saying it works fine here. It doesn't work here. What's interesting is these are not showing. Yes. Yeah, so it's just checking how it hits. It's not using the layer. But, hang on, let me launch this in here. When we're on the spikes, it doesn't work, and I don't know why. And I think, here, I have a sinking suspicion. I don't know why it doesn't work here. So it's weird. No, I don't think so. Let me get rid of these guys. Exactly, Zaf, that's exactly what I was gonna do. I'm pretty sure it's related to the spike being down, and we're actually bumping into like both of these. I think it's because we're bumping into both of these and it's changing it twice or something. But when I set it to negative, it's okay. I don't know. I'm really quite confused by it. But yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna do. I was gonna go into my spike node. And let's set this to 16. Oh, I can't run that thing. Hang on, we go to our test scene. Yeah, it's definitely related to that. If it's already changed direction, if you turn it off once, I think so. I think so. So we're gonna turn it off until it has actually changed the direction. So see, I do think it is in our spikes. So that's definitely it. I kind of suspect. Okay, so let's go. I'm not. So it's super weird actually. How many things are we bumping into? I think it's bumping twice, but let's go back into our script. Well, it's not colliding twice. Here's the thing. They should both be colliding on that side. I think something, do the enemies collide with the spikes, the pointy collider? They don't. That's an area 2D. They don't collide with that. Yeah, the spiky part's an area 2D. So it's not on a static body. I don't think that actually has, let's go to our spike. Let's just double check in our spike. Our spike. The thing that it's colliding here, the spikes are this. It's a area 2D. I don't need this. Really, it just checks if it's colliding with the player. If it collides with two different enemies, the code flips the sprite faster than you can see, so you turn back. I actually don't think that's what's going on. If we print out the collision normal, because it actually says if you collide in something that's to the left of you, turn around. If it collides with two different enemies, the code flips to sprite faster than you can see, so you turn it back. Not enemies, but walls. No. It changes the direction it wants to move. It shouldn't care what it's colliding into. I'm not colliding with the back of the enemy. Oh, I see what you're saying. When it flips, you're saying you think it's colliding with the back of the enemy. So when I do the print here, though, here, watch. This is the really interesting part. This is the really interesting part. I have this print normal here. It's not, though. Watch. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. So in our test scene, it's only ever one. Yeah, it's the value is 1. This is what's so weird. The value is 1, yeah. So it's actually getting 1, which I think is the correct thing, what we want. So in our, let's close everything else. Well, this feels wrong though, because if it's greater than 1, our direction should actually be... Why is the X 1? What is the full normal? Why does this work on normal like on normal walls? I'm so confused. I could get the sign of this, right? So I could say get the X, get the sign, and then do -1. Because here's the thing. For some reason, if I switch it to this, it works inside of this area. But then it doesn't work over in this area. Let me pause. X's 1 would be that way. We're 45 minutes in. Lance, welcome into the stream. Thank you for the hat. Let's get another hat, or let's get the first hat on this stack. Thank you for the hat. I'm confused why the normal here. Doy. Thank you so much for the hat. Thank you for the doy. The normal, I could just switch the enemies. How goes it? Enjoy your time there. It's been absolutely wonderful, Lance. Just fix the issue by fixing the issue. I don't understand. Problem is I don't actually understand this issue at all. Destiato. I understand why it's fun. That like logically it doesn't make any sense here. Destiato, welcome into the stream. Happy Monday, my friend. I hope you're having a beautiful day. Lance, don't work too hard. Enjoy your time outside, though. Yeah, let's print the collision. I'm gonna put this back. Honestly, this well, that's not a helpful output, I don't think. What do I want to print about the collision? Kinematic collision to the .get parent. Apparently it is the same dot get collider. Here we go. We'll print the collider. Let me bring this down. So it is colliding with two different things. So, no, it's only colliding with one thing. Oh, a tile map. I can't tell which item it is in. Can you edit the level fast to have on top a box with only terrain over the spike so we can see both behaviors? Well, I can disable the printing out here is tricky. So seeing the output is tricky with both behaviors. But I can add another enemy in here, yeah. So let's go to our test scene. The output is really hard to see when we do it that way, but I can. It's hard to read the output because it's hard to know which one is, hang on, foreground. I'm on a race. Boom. Like this, and then we can add another enemy. I can just move the enemy up there though. But let's add in let's add another enemy real quick. So you can see this is madness, yeah. So clearly the one on top, Destiato, welcome into the stream, my friend. Thank you so much for the follow. Happy to have you here on this beautiful day. I'm so confused. This is madness. For sure, this is madness. Can I do, I want to do, let's do this. %S, %S, %. And we'll put both of these on one line, so it might be a little bit easier to see. Oh, can I not do a %S like that? Oh, I have 2%. This needs to be a comma. How do we do the formatted strings like that? Ah, we have to give it an array. Thank you, Zaft. All right, I thought the collapse would be better. It is not. I was trying to time it. I know this doesn't address the current problem, but there's a reason you add the enemies through the tile map instead of as a separate scene and instantiating them as nodes. They are, so our tile map has them as nodes. So our tile map, I'll show you that real quick. Give my brain a break. 0, -1 is the down vector. So my enemy is this scene. So my enemy is a scene. Okay, so I have an enemy scene like this. And then in my tile map, my tile set, if I go to my tile set has the enemy node as a tile that I can place. So I place the node as a tile. Did that answer your question, Destiato? So it is instantiating the node there. It just says, where do I want it to start? You set up a timer and then signal decompress when it finishes? I don't understand how that would help me here. I have a stupid suspicion that you can check if it's 1 or 0 instead of... So if in the previous... It turns out that I can have curved structures. So curved structure, so if it's at like a steep angle, I still want it to turn around. So that's why it's greater than, slopes work, but if it's like a really steep slope, we want it to turn around. I could just have this thing turn around if it's bumping into something. We could also say, this is so crazy, I don't understand this. I'm losing my mind. Honestly, I need a Captain Sharp. Yeah, C Sharp, Captain Sharp, Quadratisk. Absolutely. Absolutely, that's genius. Genius. We're gonna get right on that. Gotta get right on that. If collision. So Van, that will work. That's exactly what I was saying. Like, I could just make it flip directions, right? I could make it flip directions, but here's the problem with that. Here's the problem with that. Let's say I have two enemies. One, that are both going the same direction at different speeds. They'll both flip direction when one bumps into the other. Yeah, so I want it to be like, oh, well, I should only bump and turn around if I bump into something that's, that's in front of me. So I could. So this is why I'm like, oh, this sucks. This is super annoying. This is the worst. This is the worst. I really wanted to avoid adding in. It's movement controller dot directing doing anything in a setter. It's movement controller. Movement controller is let's open it. So get rid of the spikes. I actually think if I just lower the spikes, it'll work. I think if I just lower how tall the spikes are, it'll actually work. Just get rid of the spikes. Yeah, I'm like, I think if I lower it, just like, this is the worst. Definitely not game dev. Rain, welcome back to the stream. I hope you're having a beautiful day, folks. Be sure to go check out No Rain. No Yain Rain. How you been? This makes absolutely no sense. This is super crazy, right, Zaft? So here's the thing. It doesn't make sense until it does. It's not going to make sense until it does. This is madness for sure. This feels like madness. I think someone's asking about movement controller. Sorry, let me open movement controller here. Movement controller is really simple, or it's supposed to be really simple. It moves the player, and then it says, for every collision that happened, just emit this message to anyone who's listening that the collider happened. Yeah. Learn you a huge headache. Learn you a huge headache, indeed. Rain, I hope you're well. I don't know if you've heard about Captain Coder's Learn You a Game Jam, but we're out here promoting Captain Coder's Learn You a Game Jam today. Captain Coder's Learn You a Game Jam. I'm going to take a quick brain break, so I'm going to have, while I'm taking a quick brain break, we're going to have this guy tell you all about Captain Coder's Learn You a Game Jam. So, folks, you in the back.
You in the back, pay attention.
Hello and welcome to Captain Coder's Learn You a Game Jam, where you are encouraged to learn something new. In this game jam, you don't win by creating the best game possible, you win by learning as much as possible. In addition to submitting your game to this jam, you're encouraged to submit a devlog, blog, or vlog detailing what you learned along with the resources that you used so others can also learn that skill. If you do this, you're entered into our raffle to win $50. 5 unique people will be drawn and each will win $50. Additionally, myself and 2 guest judges will review all of the submissions to determine the top 5 most educational submissions. 2 grand prize winners will receive $250 each, one for the best written blog and one for the most educational video or podcast. Additionally, 3 runners-up will win $100 each just for learning something new. So join the Discord, check us out on Twitch, and learn something new. I can't wait to see what you make. We'll see you there. So join Captain Coder's Learn You a Discord. I don't know why I keep saying that. Learn You a Game Jam. Up to it. We're doing well. We're doing well, folks. Let's get you in there. Let's get it squared away. Let's learn you something new. Destiato. I was thinking I might just, let's see, it is madness. It feels like madness. The question was, why instantiate the enemies through the tile map instead of the scene tree? Not a criticism, just new to Godot. I find it easier to play, the placement wise, it's really easy. That's a great question. It's a great question. Either or would work. I could do it either way. I find it's just easier to place them because they snap to the grid. They snap to the grid nicely when I do it this way. Some people also prefer to have scenes without noise. That's true. It does add in a lot. So that is a benefit in my opinion. So now I just have this tile map rather than 50 enemies all in the scene. I honestly don't think there's a right or wrong. Either way, I think is completely fine. Either way, I think is completely fine. And set up the entities to snap. Yeah, you could do that too. All right, let's go to my spikes here. What if I just make my spikes slightly lower? What if we do this? This feels insane if this fixes it. It fixed it on one side. Did you see it fix it on one side? It worked once. Why? I'm even more confused. Bruh. Need the sound effect, bruh. Need the bruh sound effect. This is crazy. This makes no sense to me. My weird solution, or the solution that I can come up with that I don't like as much is to put colliders on either side of my enemy. Tomfoolery, good question. It's not actually colliding with the spikes. It's not the spikes that are causing the issue. It's the height of the spikes that are causing the issue. For some reason. So if I lower the spikes... All right, here's the issue. Tomfoolery, here's the issue. The script I'm using to bump my enemies to bump it's not the spikes. Yeah, the pointy bits are just areas. It's actually not even colliding with it's not colliding with the pointy bits. There's a surface here that it's on top of. The elevation somehow changes the way it's colliding. Well, I'm not doing the calculation. My enemy is, there's a bump. The physics engine is sending me saying the collision that I've had with this thing. Siler, welcome back. Great to see you again, my friend. Well, right, but I don't want that. I want the enemy to appear on top of the spikes. Mooniz, welcome back. Is the bump collider even there? Why does a spike enemy only have one red arrow? So the way the bump collider works is it is actually a physics collision. It detects if there's a physics collision, and that physics collision comes on. So, and it's because I want it so that way when the player... Yeah, that collision here is not quite right. I could add another collider. The red arrow is not doing anything. The red arrow is not doing anything. Thank you for the hat, Dev Donut. Let's get me a hat. Thank you for the hat. Let's get another hat on there. Rain, thank you for the hat. Intensive Code, thank you for the hat. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. Let's get another hat. Let's get another hat. And then another hat. And then we're going to figure out what's going on. Muniz, I hope you're doing well, my friend. How was your stream earlier today? You were playing Guacamelee. It looked fun. What did you think of Guacamelee? Is it the red arrow that makes it turn around? No. The red arrow keeps it from falling off the edge. These raycasts are doing nothing for the bump. Oh, that's a good question. That's a good question. Is it going over the edge? It shouldn't be. Collision check is triggering twice. The first time it compares one tile. The enemy sees the normal correctly. Oh, the arrows are raycast. Yeah. Thank you for the hats. Sorry if I'm distracted. Let's get another hat on here. Thank you guys so much for the hat. Collision check is triggering twice. The first time it compares one tile to the enemy and sees the normal correct. The second one is the same physical frame. Characters already reversed. No, that wouldn't be it because in our script, it sets it directly. It doesn't flip the enemy. It sets it directly based on which side it collided with. So if it was going the other way and it collided from behind, it would still send it to go the correct direction. The wall bump sets the direction correctly. The fall off the edge inverts the direction. Let's try it. Let's go to our spikes. Let's make it a little bit wider. So now it won't be falling off the edge. I like this idea. I'm hoping this is correct. Oh, genius. Genius. That makes sense. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Points. Add zapped. 1,000 points for helping me solve the madness. The madness. It had to. That's why the code was perfect. My code was perfect. It was clearly my code is always perfect. The problem was that the editor was wrong. The editor was wrong. It wasn't my fault, folks, for being here. All of you for helping me do this. Let's give everyone 250 points. All you beautiful people. Always the spikes fault. That is how I am when I'm angry. Prophets. Welcome into the stream, folks. We done did it. We done did it. We have a character walking on spikes. Okay. Let's get rid of these gosh awful print statements here. Have a hat in points. Excellent. Excellent. Have a hat. You can change the edge inverter to work like the wall bump, so the direction directly instead of turning it around. Yeah, so I don't know if I quite understand that. Oh, I missed it. Kvadratisk, I'm so sorry. There was so much going on. Let's get another hat added to the stack. Thank you for the hats. The hats clearly fixed the issue. That's clearly fixing the issue. Thank you for the reminder, Kvadratisk. Let's make sure. All right, our prints are gone. Let's go back to the actual main scene here. To have the edge inverter check which of the two raycasts are still colliding to have the edge check be specific instead of just inverting, I think. So there's only one edge check on the front, the direction of travel. There's only one edge check on the direction of travel, by the way. So there's only one raycast down on the front of the enemy. So the one in the middle, yeah, the one in the middle is the ground check. That's checking if we're on a slope, what angle we should be at. And the one in front is checking if we should turn around when we've hit the, if we're about to fall off an edge. Dev Donut, how the heck have you been, my friend? I know I saw you earlier, but it feels like I haven't seen you in years. I know I've only known you for less than a year, but it feels like I haven't seen you in years, my friend. Been so good, make your eyes roll back. Yeah, you want to, you've been so good, makes your eyes roll back. That good, huh? All right, so we put this enemy here to show that you can jump over enemies. So not jump over, you have to jump on the enemy to make this hit here. To be able to make it through here. That was, ooh, sad. Let's get rid of this guy here. Is there a way to just keep my... It's really annoying that I keep switching off the tile map accidentally. Okay. You have a state machine for this game? No state machines. I did not implement a state machine, no. So you got to do that to beat that guy. What's interesting is I thought I would bounce higher. Ah, the bounce is super low now because I changed the way gravity works. Let's go into our enemy. No, this would be our bounce player. Stomp enemy attack behavior, bounce force, 1600. 1600 is probably what we want. Also, what GP do you have? I'm curious. There you go. There you go. But you can change how gravity works. Only when I'm on a scale. Only when I'm on a scale do I want to change the way gravity works. That's weird. Why is it doing that still? I thought I changed. Are we not using this value? Oh, did I not hit enter? There it goes. All right. Let's try again. Oh, I'm too fast. That's too much. Hang on. Why is that so high? Leaping over tall buildings in a single bound. In a single bound. Yeah, I mostly just need it for my self-confidence. Nice. Okay. Faster than a locomotive? That's what people say. I've heard that. People have told me that I am faster than a locomotive. They told me I'm more... no, faster than a speeding bullet. More powerful than a locomotive. I guess being faster than a locomotive is also pretty good. Gravity Rush, enjoy. I haven't played Gravity Rush. All right, so when we die, we need to... Yeah, soft locks. Zaft, yeah, when we die, we need to make the enemies respawn, so it sends you back to the beginning, and the enemies have to respawn. So there's a whole dealio that I got to do with that. A whole dealio. A whole dealio that I got to deal. Soft lock. Pew! Either that, or I need to have checkpoints you can get. A Superman enjoyer. Okay, let's do a commit here. Thank you everybody for helping me out with that. Get status, get add, get commit, you know it's great. Double jumps, we got that. Those enemy jumps. Take the enemies out feature. Implement enemies walking on spikes. Push it. Push it up, you know we push it. We're gonna push it up, yeah. Confused Quark. Welcome to the stream. Have you met the Quark? They're a little confused, you know, but they followed the Captain Coder. They're great, they're grand. Thank you for following. Confused Quark, thank you so much for the follow. Happy Monday. Hope you're having a beautiful day. Okay. Let's make our enemies respawn. Is that what I want to do? So it's interesting, right now, they get destroyed. We kind of want to have a respawn for the enemy, so the whole level reset. That's one way we could do it. Oh, you know what? We could make it so that the enemies respawn after some amount of time, so the enemies will always return. I think I like that a little bit better. So you kill the enemy, when you come off screen, when you walk away, the enemy will respawn after 10 seconds, something like that. I kind of like that. 5 seconds, whatever it happens to be. XX Say Womer, how do I pronounce this? Say Womer, welcome to the stream. Say Womer, welcome in. We got XX Say Womer XX. Thank you for following me. Let's make our enemies cup of tea and become friends. Yeah, why we gotta be stomping on these meanie beanies? They started it. Look, they started it. You know that they're evil with that mean old face, Nerd Waffle. Look at that mean old face. You know you gotta stomp them. They started it. You know they started it. It wasn't me. It wasn't me, it was them. It was them. Okay. What did I decide I was gonna do? I was gonna make it so the enemies respawn after some amount of time rather than just completely being removed from the level. So they're just mad because they got caught in traffic. This is true. This is true. So it's interesting, as I already have this code, And it's all in 2 different places. To make a respawning enemy, right now I have my player living behavior. But really, I should rename this. So this is where the refactor, I would love to be able to refactor here. I would love respawn living behavior is what I'd like to be able to do. Does this work? If I do that, does everything? Nope, nothing works. Everything is broken. There's not a refactor button, so I gotta do respawn. Maybe because the captain header keeps stomping on him. Refactor is grep. Yeah, I should just use grep to do it. I could do that. All right, there we go. That wasn't too bad. Let's rename this file respawn living behavior like this. And we're gonna add these in our enemies. Our living behavior. We want this to become a respawn. Nope. Scripts. Respawn living behavior. Their spawn points is interesting. We have, why are there two bodies here? This, uh-oh. Got the character body and then body. Why do we have a second body in here? Living, why? Let's go to living behavior. Living. Oh my goodness. I'm using both. Who wrote this code? Who did this? Who wrote this code? Oh no. The captain who did it. That's right. That's right. Captain who done it. Who done did it? Who done diddled it, folks? Did that break all the things? Maybe. Okay. It's gonna have an issue. It's not gonna be able to respawn at the end of this timeout. It's gonna throw an error. Okay. So what's interesting? So something I could do with our respawn behavior is I could do the following. I could say if it has no. All right. So in our enemy. Its spawn point is alive equals true. Well, hopefully we all got that right. Sometimes things can go rough. So you guys know, I just pretended to drink. I don't know if you saw. There's nothing in this cup. Oh, what's wrong with me? Nothing in this cup. There's practically nothing in this cup. Virtually nothing. Now there's nothing in the cup, but there was a fake sip that occurred, which is telling me we're getting close to our first break. See, Nerd Waffle? Proof. All right, so when we start up, if we don't have a spawn point, when we start up, are you a cup 99.99%? Empty or a cup 0.1% full type of person? Yes. Can I create a parent? Can I take this and say make a parent? I no longer want this to be my root node. I want there to be a parent node. Add a child first. Okay. Node 2D. And now move everything inside of that. Okay. Reparent. Make scene root. Ah, perfect, perfect. So this is essentially gonna be our spawn point. All right, transform, make sure this is 0, 0. So this will be our spawn point, okay. So now I should be able to, I really hate that I have to do this to get the picture to look the way I want it to. Living behavior, spawn point, node. All right, let's try it. Hope, hope, all we gotta do is hope. Here, hoping for the best. And we need to have like a respawn animation that plays. There we go. All right, that was easy. Easy peasy. Got him. Got him. Got him. Oh. Code Mug, thank you for the easy clap. Boom. Boom. I missed a coin. How dare I? Where is it? Where is it? Where is she? Oh! This game is impossible. Who made this game? This game's terrible. Oh, no! The respawn areas, you can say it's the Dark Soul of platformers. Yeah, they just respawn. Where's the? Are you sure I missed a coin? I think I got them all. Oh, who made this level? It's terrible. Five seconds to respawn. Yeah. This is evil. This is evil. So that little area there doesn't think I don't think we can do it. You can disable the spawner if it's on the screen. I could. I actually don't mind them respawning. Reminds me of Adventures in Lolo, where after you kill the enemies, they just sort of respawn after a set amount of time. So like if I killed this guy and then died, the spikes. I found a bug. I landed in the perfect spot. No, I happened to land in my character. I need to switch my character's shape. I've been meaning to do this for a while. My character, its collision box is a capsule. Yeah, so that used to make sense. It used to make sense. So I just need to make it so I'm using a box collider. My collision shape here should really be a rectangle. There we go. This will actually fix several problems that I was having. Pulled in just a hair on either end. So if I have it collide with the spike floor, I do have to do something different, right? So the spikes themselves have an area collider, which makes it a little bit easier to get the input events. I think I could do it. There's a different way to. Ooh, nice try, Dev Dota. Only 2 hours 40 minutes. Got him. We had to, I had to remove some of the hats from this room. We have 18 hats in this room because it was getting out of control. This game's challenging. All right, but yeah, making myself a box will make it a little bit better here. I gotta redesign this area. I actually want to redesign this area too. Right here is a little silly. I want to make it so you have to, when you bounce off the enemies, I want it to make you go higher. So it's gonna go higher than a regular jump. And so in that spot right there, I actually want to make it so that you have to bounce off the enemy to get over that section. Yeah, we used to have, I think, 24 hats, but at like 20 hats, if no one redeems the last couple hats, it's like gets so painful after a while. That's surprisingly heavy. They get a little bit too heavy, so I reduced it to 18 because so my neck could handle it. Okay, so what I did in the other game, let's go ahead and edit this here. Let's go to our tile map. We are going to let's go and erase this section. I said erase. Eraser. Can I not do a square box eraser? I can. Okay, erase all of this. We are going to make a hat clear for points. I think people might get upset about a hat clear. They spent their hard-earned points on a hat. To just have someone remove it feels rude, don't you think? I wanted to erase as a square. Can I erase as a square? Oh, I can. Cool, thank you. Punk Tien, Punk. Welcome to the stream. Have you met Punk Tien? Punk T. Oh, it's punked. Depunked and punked. Depunked and punked. Welcome to the stream. Depunked and punked. Welcome. Thank you for following me. Lunar Wolf, welcome back to the stream. I know we don't stream twice a day, so that everything's all kind of wonky this time around. What I was gonna do is we're gonna add in sneaky evening stream. It's true. We're out here promoting Captain Coder's Learn You a Game Jam. Van, thank you for the hat. Let's get another hat on this stack. Speaking of neck muscles. Let's get another hat on the stack. Thank you so much for the hat. We're promoting Captain Coder's Learn You a Game Jam, Lunar Wolf. I hope you'll consider joining. Incredible stuff will be made, and I'm so excited to see what people produce. It's gonna be awesome. Okay, so I want the player to have to, we're gonna do this. We're gonna have a little bit of an area over here, and the player, there's gonna be this here. There's gonna be a spot to fall through, and then we'll put some top spikes along this, like that. So the player's gonna have to fall down in here to avoid this guy. Okay, and we're gonna put, I'm being horribly nefarious here. We're gonna do someone has a spike obsession. Look, my game has very few mechanics. We gotta get them while we got them. We gotta get them where we can. All right, let's move our player this way. All right, we're gonna start our player here, like this. Make sure this works the way I would like it to. Portals. Ooh, we could add in some 2D portals. They're gonna suffer. Oh, I need to add in checkpoints as well. We'll add in some checkpoints. So there's an interesting thing here. My player. Why do you need so many hats? Booty 35, welcome to the stream. I don't need this many hats, but they do help me, my coding prowess. No checkpoints, only death. Portals first, then checkpoints. We'll have to add in some portals. That could be fun. Ooh, man, this game is surprisingly challenging, or I'm terrible. I was thinking I would love to participate in the game jet, but with work in my personal project, no worries. Who needs checkpoints when you have portals? It's true. You could add a portal gun. The post-death jump, nice. Thanks, Tom. Falling hazards win. People want to add in all the hard things. Want to make it nice and hard for everybody. Boom. Okay. I was going to. I want to make sure I can't get up there. Oh, okay. So I can get up there without killing that guy. I want to make it so I can't. So let's move this whole section up on our tile map. But yeah, booty people redeem the hats because they want me to wear them, and then I wear them. Can I move can I do just a move in my tile map? I can. There we go. I probably need to make the bounce higher on this, or put spikes on the side. Oh no, I fixed the floaty jump, Smab. Did that feel floaty to you? They were way floaty before. I can increase the gravity even more on them. There we go. So we can't make it without that, and we can't jump to this next section. You can see it. Certainly, it might just be like my bias is that the jumps feel less floaty. So you get floaty jumps often when the game uses real gravity, or not real gravity, but simulates Earth gravity. Just numbers. I'm using gravity. I just made gravity 4 times as strong. So gravity, I set gravity to 4 times gravity, 980 times 4. And that tends to make it work similar to Mario. I often will make it like times 16 or times 30 if I want really, really fast falls on it. And then you just you scale up your jump force. But it feels pretty good to me. It might, I could increase it a little bit more, but I think I'm gonna just go with it for now. Meta Chan Melania. Sorry, I haven't played Elden Ring. Time to peak is 20% longer than fall time. That could work too. I'm just using the built-in physics system. I see what you're saying. So Smab, I realize what you're saying now. When I'm in the air, I'm like realizing what you're saying as far as like lofty jumps. I stay up at the top of the peak for what feels like a really long time. I see that. Yeah. I suppose that would be something I could, wouldn't be too hard to fix that. That's it, yeah. I understand what you're saying now. There is a lot of, it is very straightforward. It's prototyping. We're just prototyping right now. Literally, look, I'm literally learning Godot for the first time here, folks. For the first time. I'm having a blast with it, though. Collider. My enemy collider is not correct for the player death here. The player can still bump into it. I think I need to make my collision shape here a little smaller. Let's try it now. Yeah, so typically I'm using VS Code. I just happen to be doing a little bit different. Can I see? I can't die from the back for some reason. Why is that? I don't want to make this too big. This should probably be here. And then this collision shape should just be smaller. And probably... Are you saying I shouldn't be able to jump in the air? We can do Castlevania rules where your jumps are terrible We could do that. There we go. Yeah, we could do Castlevania jumps where an object in motion stays in motion and you're very sad about it. Our character, this guy's collision now should be reduced a bit here. Like that. This collision shape. Infinite Tony, welcome into the stream.
Whoa.
Oh my goodness. Irish John raiding us. You know you're great. You're Irish John. You are grand. Welcome into the stream. Welcome Raiders a day. Just thank you guys so much for being here. Smab, I actually agree with you. That's Raiders. Thank you so much for the raid, folks. If you guys don't know Irish John is an incredible streamer, game developer, man of many talents. Jern, check it out. Check it out, Jern. You know what I'm wearing today? You know what I'm wearing today? Part of the Jern crew. Let me stand over here. Here, there we go. Yeah, buddy. Jern, how the heck was your stream? Tell us all about it. Folks, be sure to click that wishlist link. Go check out Irish John Games. Incredible streamer working on Rise of Piracy, an up-and-coming real-time strategy game. It's going to be awesome. It looks so good. Look at it. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Jern. I hope you've been doing well, my friend. Thank you so much for the raid. Raiders, welcome in. If you play next week, very nice. Very nice, folks. We are out here learning you a game jam. We are running a game jam here, starting in a little bit. We got $1,000 in prizes, but don't take my word for it. Don't take my word for it. Let's listen to this guy here about Captain Coder's learning you a game jam. This guy knows way more than I do. This guy knows way more than I do about it. Hello and welcome to Captain Coder's Learn You a Game Jam, where you are encouraged to learn something new. In this game jam, you don't win by creating the best game possible. You win by learning as much as possible. In addition to submitting your game to this jam, you're encouraged to submit a devlog, blog, or vlog detailing what you learned along with the resources that you used so others can also learn that skill. If you do this, you're entered into our raffle to win $50. 5 unique people will be drawn and each will win $50. Additionally, myself and 2 guest judges will review all of the submissions to determine the top 5 most educational submissions. 2 grand prize winners will receive $250 each, one for the best written blog and one for the most educational video or podcast. Additionally, 3 runners-up will win $100 each just for learning something new. So join the Discord, check us out on Twitch, and learn something new. I can't wait to see what you make. We'll see you there. No worries, Tony. I didn't record it on stream.
You in the
It took me
back.
way too
Pay
long to
attention.
record. I'm glad you're here, though, my friend. Yeah, I recorded it off stream. I was going to do it on stream this morning. I forgot. And so I actually ended up recording it afterwards. But we got a new one. We got a new one in, folks. Super, super exciting stuff. Captain Coder's Learn You a Game Jam. $1,050 in prizes. Be there, join it. You don't win by making the best game possible. You win by learning something new in 8 days, 15 hours, 17 minutes, 29 seconds, June 19th, July 3rd. It's going to be a blast. It's going to be awesome. Be there or be a shape that is less round than you'd like it to be. Starts in 8 days. Yeah, that's right. The game jam starts in 8 days, 15 hours, 17 minutes, and 10 seconds. That's right, Dev Donut. It's coming. It's coming. I hope you're ready. I hope you're ready. Oh, and folks, be sure to go vote on a theme. Not vote. Be sure to suggest a theme. We'll be voting on theme next week. We'll be voting on theme next week. John, thank you so much again for the raid. Remember, John, have a beautiful day. I can't wait to see you again. Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. Go suggest a theme. Go suggest a theme. Folks, in the spirit of learning something new, I am out here learning how to Godot. We're Godotting it up. This is the first game I've ever really made in Godot. I made a Minesweeper game once. And I've done a little bit of fiddling around in Godot. It's the first game I'm attempting to make in here. It's a prototype. But in the spirit of learning, that's what we're doing today. We're learning us a game jam. Oh! We gotta be careful. We gotta be careful. I'm gonna make that bounce go a little disappointing. Editor settings, I wanna go to project settings. Gravity, 980 times 16. Here's what we're gonna do. Times 16. I'm gonna go into my jump controller. Script. It's just player controller. Player, so the stomp enemy controller, there's 2 scripts I want to do. Player, gotta open it. File, open, player controller. And our jump velocity, I'm gonna do a thing here. I'm gonna do export var jump, gravity jump multiplier. I'm gonna make it easy for me to adjust this. I'm gonna do a 16 here. And we will, when we go to jump multiplier. I know I could. I don't like the giant number I have to put in there. I don't like having to type this giant number out. So it's our jump velocity. This is like our gravity multiplier that we're gonna do. I suppose, yeah. So I think this will help it out. Let's also open up. This might just be really dumb, if I'm being completely honest. Let's go to our players, our stomp controller. Enemy, stomp enemy attack behavior. And we have our movement controller here, so we can actually do bounce force times movement controller dot multiplier. Multiplier feels like a terrible name here. Is it really called? I think it's called jump multiplier. Jump. Movement controller dot jump. Hold up. Oh, this is player controller. Hang on. We need to have player controller. Port var player controller. Player controller like that. Player controller dot jump multiplier. Like gravity multiplier, something like that is what I think I want to have in here. But this will make it a little bit, maybe. I'm gonna go crazy high right now, actually. Because it's set way too high. I need it to be. All right, let's play around with this number while we're in runtime here. Get the numbers filling right. All right, let's go to our remote. This is gonna be our player controller. Jump velocity negative 400 is I think what we want. Oof. Eight. This is horrible. I think maybe having the gravity multiplier, the gravity so high. Can I modify the project settings while I'm running? What did I do? 960 times 8. Let's try that. 960 times 8. That feels quite a bit better. 960 times 4. Wait, I thought that's what we had. Probably tell me my jump force. Jump multiplier. Interesting. Player. Project settings. Is that not what I had? 960 times 4? Why does it feel so different all of a sudden? Player. Jump multiplier. 4. Negative 400. Now I'm confused. Our player controller jump multiplier. Maybe this should be like our gravity multiplier. Yeah. Hang on. What is going on with there? Like this? Let's try it now. You know what? It's because... I know what's going on. I want to try something here. I know what's going on. I think I know what's going on. I changed my project settings. 960 times 8. That was wrong. 960 times 8. Okay. in our remote, our player. I must have set this incorrectly. Player, character, body, movement controller. Player controller. 960 times 8. Maybe I can't edit it there. Thanks, Toak. I wish I could take credit, but these are open source Tofu Man MC Flesher on Open Game Art. So I can't take credit for these. Player character, let's try it now. Toak, I hope you've been doing well. There we go. That feels good. Times 8 feels quite good. Ooh. the bounce amount is a bit high, a bit too high here. Let's go to our stomp enemy behavior, negative. Let me have 500. You have more content on your demo. Let's go. When do we get to see it? Eight character frames times 8 gravity, 8 days until the jam. I sent something. 888. That was interesting. Okay. Now I can't make this jump. I don't think I can make this jump anymore. I wanted to make it so that this jump here you could make without running. So now I need to edit my scene. All right, so this jump should be, you should be able to make this jump should be doable. Audio first before sharing, very cool. Very cool. Let us know when you have it. You know I love to check out what the community is working on, so feel free to send it our way once you have something you like. Let's go ahead and draw this in here. We're gonna make that a small spike thing. Yeah, running's in the game. So we have this. You can run to make it over this jump here. This one you have to jump on this guy to make it across. Make this slightly smaller here. Let's see how that feels. Like the old Mario, yeah. Let's go ahead and die. Tofu! All right, so we can make that jump. All right, we can't make that one without running, so I want to make sure we can make that jump. I probably need to get rid of this enemy. Yeah, we're gonna get rid of that enemy there. Okay, so we're gonna get rid of, or we're gonna make this longer. This space here, maybe we make it longer. Let's add in a spike here. Tile map. Is there a way to keep my tile map just always open? Whenever I click on anything, it likes to close. Add a spike there. Add an evil spike there. We'll put a coin here so you can jump up and get it. Right click like that. Does Tofu have a brother called Bofu? His name's Bofu, actually. Bofu is the name that I gave the Tofu in the other version of Tofu Land. Right, I'm gonna make the enemy spawn here instead. So it's a little bit more. If you learn how to keep the tile map open, I'd love to hear it. It's one of those little things that there's so many little there's so many little things about Godot that I find it feels like open source software. I've used a lot of open source software and it feels like open source software. And what that means is it feels like many different people have written a lot of different features and there wasn't a very concise QA team enforcing quality of consistency. Sir Alex, no, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. It is open source software and it feels like open source software. There is some software that is open source that I feel doesn't feel like open source software. I know it's open source software. I've used paid software before. It's like, man, this software feels open source. I'm saying that as yeah, there's some things here that as it matures, it will get better. Zoom in on screen. For whatever reason, I didn't think of doing that for the tile map. Yeah, I would like to make it so that like I can just keep my tile map open here. So the second I click on anything else, I want to, you know, and I suppose I could make an editor extension. I just want the tile map to always be here, and when I click on it to automatically select my last tile map. Exactly, Tawny, simply, put simply in quotes there. That's the Godot way. Not bad or good, yes, just an honest take. It feels open source. I want to make this space here longer. So can I want to move everything to the right of this over like that. And I want to put this enemy probably a little bit too far though. Let's move it back a little bit. I want this enemy to be behind a node here, a node here, just like that, I suppose. Actually, this will probably be fine. That wasn't a square. Like that. Okay. So you get to this spot, you're safe. Movable platforms, we could do that. I like the lispness of Godot for it running the editor as a game. Yeah. I do like a lot of things that Natural Flavors has. Anyone ever said you remind them of Nick Swardson, my favorite comedian? Swardson, no, I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with Nick Swardson. I'm a big fan of stand-up. Let me do a quick Google here. Oops, wrong button. Nick Swardson. Oh, that's Nick Swardson. I've met this guy. I'm surprised I didn't recognize the name. Yeah, this guy's great. Yeah, no one's ever told me that before. I take that as a compliment. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, no one's ever told me that. Well, met is a strong word. Earlier we hit 3 splats in a row. Tawny, that's true. We did hit 3 splats in a row. On the East Coast, I used to live on the East Coast. On the East Coast, you get lots and lots of stand-up comedy is a big deal out there. So I just want to make sure. So player has to learn how to jump. They know they can jump here. Oh, that feels weird. Jump maybe is too high. Maybe we make it so no, it's about right. You can jump too high. Too high. We might need to slow the player down a little bit, or let me get rid of this. Hang on. We're gonna do this. We're going to delete these 2 things in our tile map. Boop, boop. There we go. We'll make this here. Setting up the auto tile would be nice. There's a lot of stand-up comedy in the UK. Nice. I love laughing. I think is what it comes down to. So I think that's why I like stand-up comedy. Who doesn't love laughing? I've met a few people that feel like they may not like laughing as much as I do. So we have this. Mr. Detective works to solve the mystery of the mystery of Spike Walker. Oh man, that was horrific. Okay. I hate the way that looks. We'll fix that in a moment. So we can't make that jump without running. So we can't make that jump without running. Can jump over this enemy. Have to run to make this one. This one we shouldn't be able to make without jumping on the enemy. So yeah, I can't run and jump and make that one. My time, ooh, got him. There we go. I would like to make it, I'm just gonna make it so you bounce high. In Super Mario, it's set to 25% right now, Tanya. I thought I set it to 10. In Mario, what's interesting is you have to, if you're holding jump when you land on something, you bounce high. And if you're not holding it, you do a low bounce. And so I think I want to add that in as well. Let's do a commit here. I did some changes. So let's do a commit first. Let's take a break. I need to get myself a little bit more tea. Okay, could add in some end tiles here as well. Oh, the end tiles look great. I'm gonna have to figure out. I'm gonna have to go through. Exactly. So I think I want to make it so that way, when you let go of the jump button, you start coming back down. So you can like get your jumps to be a little bit more controlled. And I think that's gonna be important. I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna do a commit. We're gonna do a push. We're gonna take a quick break. I did a bunch of stuff apparently. The biggest thing I think I did was, jeez. Game fill updates. Good question mark. I hate that I did so many changes there. We're gonna take a quick break, folks. I'm gonna get myself some more brain juice. I'm gonna get myself some more water. We'll be back. Don't go anywhere. Captain Coder will return. We're gonna keep Godot'ing, so don't go anywhere. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for your patience. Thank you so much for waiting. I've been standing all day. I've been standing for about 12 hours with a couple sits in between. We're going to switch to sitting mode. You're going to see the rare seated captain. The rare seated coder. Just because it's been a long day, but we're going to keep going here probably for another hour, maybe two. See what we can get done on this game when we promote Captain Coder's Learn You a Game Jam. For anyone who's just joining us, don't forget to join Captain Coder's Learn You a Game Jam. I know I'm on repeat on it, but it's just so exciting. We're out. That's the whole point here. We're out here promoting Learn You a Game Jam, but don't, so here it is one more time for the people in the back. The people in the back. Here we go. Hello and welcome to Captain Coder's Learn You a Game Jam, where you are encouraged to learn something new. In this game jam, you don't win by creating the best game possible. You win by learning as much as possible. In addition to submitting your game to this jam, you're encouraged to submit a devlog, blog, or vlog detailing what you learned along with the resources that you used so others can also learn that skill. If you do this, you're entered into our raffle to win $50. 5 unique people will be drawn and each will win $50. Additionally, myself and 2 guest judges will review all of the submissions to determine the top 5 most educational submissions. 2 grand prize winners will receive $250 each, one for the best written blog and one for the most educational video or podcast. Additionally, 3 runners-up will win $100 each just for learning something new. So join the Discord, check us out on Twitch, and learn something new. I can't wait to see what you make. We'll see you there. So join Captain Coder's Learn You a Game Jam. You don't want to miss out on this incredible opportunity to learn and win and grow and code with the crew. All right, folks, let's hop back into our tofu guy. I want to make it so our jump has, if you're holding jump, when you land on an enemy, we get a jump boost. So let's go into our squashed enemy controller or our jumped enemy, let's go into our scripts. It's our stomp enemy attack behavior. And what we're gonna do is when we check for the stomp, we're landing on the character, we need to calculate this new Y value. And so I'm gonna do a function here that says get, or just call it get bounce velocity here. And the main thing we want to check is if input dot action is action pressed jump. Okay, so if we're holding the jump, we're gonna do this one here. Else, we're gonna do just a much smaller one. We'll probably do just bounce force. Let's see what that feels like. Oh, we're gonna do a return here. So we're gonna select one of these 2 things, and then we're gonna set our Y velocity to get bounce velocity, like this. Give it a shot. Let's see how we did. So if I just land on this guy, I get a small bounce, so the bounce probably needs to be a little bit higher than that. But if I'm holding jump, hang on, I wasn't holding jump. Ooh, interesting. If action is pressed, is it capital J? Let's go look at our player controller. Thought that would do it. Player controller. Let's have a look. Run. Oh, I have it set as UI accept. Okay. You love the songs today? I'm glad. This happens to be... Are we listening to... Oh, these are... Yeah, they're just... They happen to be the same songs. Not we always listen to. But I'm glad you're enjoying them, Tani. They are the stream beats. I thought they were Kilted Ninjas. We often listen to Kilted Ninjas as well. Bunny Smasher 308. I hope that's just a name and not a profession. Bunny Smasher, thank you so much for the follow. Happy Monday. Hope you're having a beautiful day. Let's go ahead. I should change this to a jump. Project settings, inputs. Is there not a jump by default? Jump. Okay, there's not a jump by default. So I want to do this. I do not often have the volume up high enough to be able to listen. Gotcha. Only UI. I think that makes sense. I actually dislike in Unity. One of the things I dislike about Unity is that they have these defined by default, and I find that quite confusing. People just think, oh, well, I can just put new people that are new to it. My students are often confused by it. Like, why are we doing fire 1? Why isn't it just fire? Why is it horizontal? Why is it vertical? And it's just like magically hidden somewhere in the settings. Okay, so jump here. Let's add in, this is space. Oh, listen, there we go, space. Like that. Okay. Now I can change this to jump here, and then also I think that will fix it in our other spot as well. So jump still works the way we'd expect. If I hold, oh, I missed. I missed. All right, if we hold jump, we get the nice boost on it. Yeah, okay. So what I would like to also do is so we can get this the low bounce, which is going to be necessary for the area where we want to do it. The low bounce I need to change a little bit as well. Low bounce there is too low. So in our jump, I didn't have to exit the program. I keep forgetting I don't have to. Bounce force times 2 perhaps. Jump multiplier divided by 2? Yeah, something like that. Really what it should be is jump multiplier divided by 4. With like a min. 4 is still a magic number. I'm really bad at this game. I did it. So what would you suggest I change 4 to then? I didn't mean to do that. Why is that so bad? Determined by fair dice roll. There we go. That feels pretty good. Really, what we should do is in our player controller. Yeah, that feels pretty good. What I think what we should do is the following. So I actually don't think we need. I kind of feel like we don't need this at all. I'm gonna leave it here for now. I think we're gonna fix this in our player controller. What we do is in our movement controller. This is interesting. It should be in our jump controller, really. What I want, that could be fine too. If we're not on the floor, then we're applying gravity. Right, so gravity starts pulling us down. But I also want to do a thing that says if. So I want it so our player can like control the power of their jump. If character.velocity.y is less than 0 and input dot is action pressed jump, and when I say and they're not pressing this, okay, character.velocity.y equals 0. So essentially we're going to say I need it. This isn't quite right. Is action just released? I don't want it on just released. Is that right? Is I think is just released. That works. Thank you. So when they let go, they start going down. So now we can't jump at all. Oh, that makes sense. So Tani's suggesting doing it the other way. So when you hit jump, so I think the reason I like this, I think ChatGPT has some merits. So I think that, you know, I like that. I want to make it so that we have, the other is harder to implement, I think. I also think I want to do this as like a threshold. And we'll make this a not magic number. Natural flavor, that's what's your opinion on people new to coding / game development using ChatGPT? I think my general opinion is that it can be a useful mechanism for having a conversation about something. It's kind of like a Google. I find my students who are brand new get confused. No knowledge and wrong knowledge. Well, when you Google and find a web page, you can find wrong knowledge too. I think a good example is I have a video series I did in Unity, and that video series actually has some information that if I did it today, I would change because I know more now than I did then. So, you know, it can still be wrong even if you're just Googling something. I do prefer documentation. That's my personal preference. I would say ChatGPT is not the best option. Only two days my employees and others are seniors. I've tested on junior devs and well, it made disasters. ChatGPT, I think, makes major mistakes. I wouldn't use it for writing code. I would use it for asking questions. I have used ChatGPT to help me with like some weird, tricky things that I'm doing. Exactly. As soon as complexity is high, it starts being relatively bad. Now, let's create a variable. Support var fall or gravity minimum gravity. Or like jump something, minimum jump something. I agree. I have been using it a lot, but you do have to have enough coding knowledge to see for yourself if it makes sense. Yeah. I think it does a good job of explaining code. Yeah, I like that too. Asking it to write code, I think, is not a great idea. This number is our fall velocity cutoff. That's weird. Float equals 100. Fall velocity cutoff. Fall velocity cutoff. All right, so now if I tap it, I still get a pretty decent jump. Might even set that to 400. I still jump if I just tap it ever so slightly. Ooh, that's not a bad idea either. I think I like it a little bit better as something. There's a bunch of different ways to do it, of course. Movement controller, fall velocity cutoff. I set it to 100, of course. So let's go into my script. I was like that. You know what? I said, oh, this feels okay, but in fact, it was doing nothing. Just so you know, it was doing nothing. It should be negative 100. Will the player ever have the need to use it this? Yeah, so it control. Yes, they're going to need to do this to be able to jump through. There's going to be spikes. Hang on. There'll be a section where they need it to do spikes. So when they bounce on an enemy, there we go. When they bounce on an enemy, they need to be able to control their height on the bounce. The enemies get to walk on the spikes. They have, look, it's because they have shoes. I have blue shoes. The red shoes let them walk on the spikes. They can walk on the spikes because I need to jump on their heads. I can't make this jump without him. Boom. Like that. So I need the short. Oh, that was disappointing. That could be cool. Distadio, that could be a really cool thing to do. You learn the most by being the dumbest person in the room, but you probably don't invite people to meetings to randomly make things up and present them as truths. That is such a good... I would say the best way to learn, the fastest way to learn, is to share what you've done with people and say, hey, I'm trying to do this thing, help me out. So one place you can do that is our Discord. On our Discord, there's a lot of people who are learning. There's a lot of people who are wanting to help people learn. It's so true. I feel like I've learned a ton about Godot very, very quickly because I am kind of the dumbest Godoter in the room, or definitely 3 days ago, whenever I started. So I started this on Saturday, Thursday? I don't know. I've been doing it for a very little bit. I was the dumbest Godoter in the room for a couple days, for sure. Let's change this to... I would say I'm a very good programmer. I'm a very good programmer. There we go. So now we can get these short jumps, get the tall jumps. We can... Oh. Oh. Oh, this game's hard. The cursor's killing you? I'm sorry, Zapped. Oh, I should have just gone with it. There we go. So, you're gonna need this. I'm gonna put spikes here. See, the small jump is nice in here for like stupid things I might put in. When I am in a being bad at my own game competition, an opponent is the captain. Okay, so I need to make my level, the limit needs to go a little bit further in the level. That's disappointing. So right here, it's gonna be important that you stomp these guys, but let go of the jump key. So I'm being evil is what I am. You have to let go of the jump key so you don't go into the spikes at the top. Oh, that's right. It's my mental state all the time. All right, so we need to change this camera. The limit on the right. I want to write a script that will automatically do this, but the limit on the right is now going to be there. The limit on the top apparently is bad too. Biffles, I'm actually really enjoying Godot. I would say we're not Godot hating, we're Godot enjoying. I'm happy to tell you, how I really feel about it, and I really feel quite good about Godot. Is there in your Discord room like LFG? Yeah, I need to hang on. Let's do this real quick. I've been meaning hatting, not hating. Biffles, thank you for the clarification. I was like, no, we're not hating Godot. I'm loving Godot. I'm loving it. Let's do that. So it's super annoying to find this section. I really need to. So there is a looking for group. Let's fix this. Let's archive all of these things. Let's create a new Learn You a Game Jam section here because this is just like painful to find. Let's create a category, Learn Game Jam. So I'm gonna create a new section for Game Jam. All right, Game Jam. We're gonna move this up to the top. Really, it should be the first thing in here right now. Learn You a Game Jam. Let's move there's like certain roles and stuff right now that it'll only show up for people. I'm gonna just create a new channel here. Forum, looking for group here. Let's add in a new voice channel. Jam chat. Let's add in Game Jam General, like that. Let's add in a Game Jam live streams. We'll make this an announcement. Oh, I guess it shouldn't be announced. Game Jam live streams. I'm gonna archive all of these. I think that's all we need. So if you're live streaming doing that, all right. There's a bunch of extra stuff. Maybe a post your blog. Game Jam General. Yeah, so I don't need a bunch of stuff. Let's go and archive all of these. We're gonna move all this stuff to archive. Rename, edit category. Learn Your Game Jam archived. Because we had like a bot that made it so you could enable a bunch of stuff to be able to see this section. And it's all wonky now. So I'm just gonna move this all the way to the bottom. Perfect, I did it. Learn You a Game Jam. Let's move you all to the bottom. There we go. Archived. Look at all these things that I have archived as well. Learn You a Game Jam. And we're just gonna disable these so no one can see them anymore. All right, Learn You a Game Jam. Permissions, private. We're just gonna hide these. I suppose I could just delete them, but for some reason I'm a hoarder and I can't just delete things. From the emoji in the category title, so it's more different. How do I do that? Man, how do I do that? Hello, hoarder here. Yeah, I have all of the things I have. I'm really bad at having too many channels, if I'm being completely honest. Archives are hoarder friendly. I know. Post your blog. There we go. This will be a little bit better for everyone. I'm good at having too many channels. I feel like the Discord pick your role stuff is like those phone support lines that ask you to press numbers. I think I just need to cut. I think I just make it so everyone is in everything by default. Yeah, it's a nice idea. Okay. It's a nice idea. Then let's go to our... I'm not sure I can show this on stream. Let me blur just for a moment. Onboarding. Okay, onboarding, here we go. Default channels, Game Jam. Secret schedule, no one live streams share. Secret schedules. All right, those are, having of code is off by default. Okay, we'll save that. And then, there we go. There we go. All right, hopefully that will be useful. Thank you so much for asking. I've been meaning to do that. Or are you? Okay. I've been meaning to do that for a while. I do have, I think, too many channels. Okay. Tani, thank you so much for that. But hopefully moving it up to the top of the Discord, people find it more easily. Okay. Let me commit. I made my jump a little bit. Git add. git commit dash m chore update jump to be update jump controls. It's a terrible commit message, but it is what it is, and that's the way it is, folks. It is what it is, and that's the way it is. So holding the jump down, get a little bit better. So the reason I did this is to make this section horrible. All right, I did it so this section can be horrible. And then we'll make some different levels. I want to play around with the horribleness that we can make. What does Control K do? The wonders of Control K? Oh, for Discord? What does Control K do in Discord? Is that a search option? Okay, so I want to do this. I want to add spikes. What did I do in the Tofu Land game we made before? Gotcha. I didn't even know that was a thing. We made Tofu Land here. Make the carrot its own scene so I can mess around with it, but messing up other things. Tanya, yeah, okay, let me do that. I literally was saying I need to do that earlier. Let's do it. Give me a second here. I want to go play this level. Let's change my controls. Yeah, I'll do that real quick. Oh no, but on your server. All right. All right, so this is what we had before. So, oh, oh, you guys gotta hear the music. I love this music. I had so much fun writing this music. Let's turn the desktop music on. Hang on. This is the 1980s. I know, it's great. Oh, I think the one that I made this time is hard. This is way harder. Oh my goodness, I made this impossible. So look what I did here. I made this guy crazy. So you have to do this and then jump over like that. And then, oh, I'm on the easy mode here. Reminds you of the olden times. You did it! You did it! Now I can play the hard level. I meant to play the hard level to begin with. Alright. Boom. Boom. Jump. I wanted to see... So this guy can walk over the spikes here. Ah! I had these half tiles. Check that out. Thank you, Infinitoni. I had so much fun writing this music on stream when we were making this game. See how my my spikes are in level with this. This is like the horrible thing I was referring to. The player has to fall perfectly down here to do this, and then do short jumps there because I'm evil. And then here you have to do short jumps to be able to get through this section here. Oh, can I do it? Wait for it to go back the other way. It is pretty evil, but we did it. We did it. All right. Now remove the checkpoints. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so let's move the player into its own scene so that everything breaks. Let's create a new folder. Create a new, oh, that's an expand. Create new folder. Player. 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 Oh, tofu. man. Okay. Does everything? I think it like things broke last time I did this. Yeah, so I have to like rewire everything. To rewire everything, which makes me really sad. Character body. This is Tani. This is why I want my scripts to just reference things in the scene, so that way I don't have to do this. If I had made this as a scene first, it wouldn't matter that much. But if I like duplicated, it might be an issue. I am a big fan of Unity's Git component compared to this, for what it is worth. There's something I think I like about the node structure in Godot, though. At first, I didn't like it, but I think I like it now. Spawn point. This is a problem. This is a problem. No, I have to write it myself. I have to write it myself. Not built in. This spawn point is an issue. Let's do the same thing we did before. Add in a node 2D. This becomes our root node. Zaft, yes, less stuff built in is probably best most of the time. It is one of the reasons Unity takes so long to initialize, is it comes with everything, you know, everything in the kitchen sink. I gotta think about that statement. I'm not sure I agree. I think it has a lot of features that get used. Bloated. I'm not sure I agree with bloated. I think Unity is feature rich and mature and a heavy duty tool. My 12-year-old laptop. Yeah, 12-year-old laptop. That's why. It's a colossal display of lack of understanding of making things modular. That might be a fair statement. So for what it's worth, if you look at Unity, the Unity editor feels not so. It's actually kind of modular. For what it's worth, if you use I'm the only person that does this. If you use Unity library separate from Unity, it's incredibly modular. The issue is that it imports everything by default. Their templates are massive. So in Unity, you can strip all the stuff out. The problem is that the default packages come with a zillion libraries attached. They don't have an empty library. I've done a lot of programming for Unity without where I say, well, I've written whole programs that don't use the Unity editor. Yeah, so when you go to create a new project, these templates come with everything, right? So that their core templates come with a zillion things by default. And so if you like go into their library package, you see that they have 10,000 libraries installed. But if you look at, I haven't used Unreal, but I suspect Unreal is worse than Unity. Based on the size of Unreal. But if you go into, let me go find my Unity install. Everything's actually very modular in Unity. It's just the default. Yeah, here is Unity editor. Literally everything is a separate module. When we go into it here, yeah. Yeah, Unreal is massive. But the number of things in here, Unity just trying to make it easier. It doesn't matter. I don't have to look at it that much. That said, I love how lightweight Godot is. Don't get me wrong. Godot being lightweight, I don't necessarily think Unity is bloated. I think their market is people with, I don't know. Feature rich and all the features turned on by default. But if I were to go open up one of my Unity projects, it has a ton of packages just in by default. I kind of want to go find that real quick. Let's go to Git. I want to look at how many modules it has in like imported by default. It's pretty insane. So bloated might be the right word. It's hard for me to know these days. So when I did my dungeon crawler, I literally wrote all of these. This is like all my code was written outside of Unity Editor. All of my code is written outside of the Unity Editor. Then I just import it into the Unity Editor. This is the crazy part. All of these things are modules that get imported by default. There's hundreds of these, maybe even thousands properties. Yeah. All right, Tawny, I'm gonna go. You're right. It's bloated. It's bloated. This is a lot of dependencies for a relatively default project, right? This is a lot of dependencies. Okay, you're right. You're right. Yeah. Once Godot has better web builds, I'll probably switch to it. Maybe. I don't know. It's hard to say. Unity, you can't beat Unity's web builds. I'm not gonna lie. Their web builds are just incredible. Push Toy, welcome back to the stream. Great to see you. Great to have you here. I hope you're having a beautiful day. I am having a ton of fun with Godot. I don't see myself using GD scripts. Bare bones or bloated, slow loading or DIY. Well, I feel like Unity isn't too slow on my system for my use case. Again, I don't use the Unity editor all that much. Yeah, slow loading or DIY. For what it's worth, Unity is super DIY too. It's true. Unity is super DIY. I love that. I love that about Unity. Yeah. Web builds, does that mean you can't make something play on the web? That's right. Like for the game jam, would people be able to download the game file? From what I understand, Godot makes solid desktop builds. That said, even Fullbox's game is written in Godot, and it struggled to run on my system. I have a beefy system. I wouldn't say beefy. I have a reasonably big system, and Fullbox's game, for whatever reason, when I was streaming, really struggled, and I was surprised by that. Godot 4 uses .NET, which is different than Mono. Godot 3 uses Mono. Godot 4 uses .NET, and the ability to build in WebAssembly with .NET is possible, but there's certain limitations that make it difficult. Shy Programmer, welcome back. Welcome back, great to see you. What the heck was I doing? Oh, I was moving this into a separate project here. That's right, I streamed earlier. All right, I was moving this into a separate thing so Tawny could play with it. I think I'm gonna slow down. This feels good. All right, Doolard, welcome to the stream. Doolard, thank you so much for being here. We did fix the spawn point. It's wherever the player starts, though. Yeah, so we did fix the spawn point. Yeah. Feeling a lot better now. Sleep soon, though, so it's just a little bit for 2 a.m. Gotcha. If you use GDScript, you can do web exports. getting better. Let me say that. They're getting better. I have had many instances of Godot web builds when I try. So in the last game jam I was in, literally every Godot web build said, just so you know, this runs really, really bad in the browser. And they did. So they're working on it. It's getting better. It's getting better. Yeah, Godot 3 had solid builds, solid web builds. They're working on it. Again, Godot is less mature. I am super hopeful for Godot. I'm super excited for Godot to continue improving, and I can't wait for it. I choose not to use GDScript as an educational tool because it's not a general purpose programming language, and my classes are more about programming than they are about game dev. Game dev is the lure. Game dev is the lure. Yeah, and there's good reasons they did that. The whole new system has great, vast improvements. I think it will be Bunny Smasher, but we're already at year 10. I think it will be 20-year process, but we're currently at year 10. Vex, great to see you, my friend. For the web, for the 2 games I've built in it. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't. Let me preface with I have not done a whole lot of web building for Godot. So could I enter the jam with the goal of making a 2D game without libraries? Absolutely, using only vanilla JavaScript and WebGL. I think that would be so cool. And learn the collision physics and rendering stuff along the way. Kvadratisk, I think that would be awesome. That would be super cool. The last 3 jams I did were a horror show with Godot 4 web builds, and Godot as a community is only getting larger. Godot has received a huge influx of users. Godot has received a huge influx of money, so I'm very hopeful for Godot in the next couple years. Hugely beneficial stuff. All right, Tani, let me go ahead and commit this for you. Chore move player into self-contained node. Scene is probably what I should have said. I will say creating a platformer out of the box in Godot is simpler than in Unity. I will say that. Getting started with Godot, I think, is simpler than getting started with Unity. Based on my short experience with it. And maybe that's just because I've come from doing so much Unity. I do think I literally could get a platformer up and running in like 5 minutes in Godot. It takes several different things in Unity. So the fact that they have things like a character body 2D. Unity has something similar for 3D. They have like a character controller that's a 3D thing. But for 2D, this is just so awesome. This is just so awesome. Unity doesn't have anything like this for 2D games, I don't think. They have rigid body, but doing a platformer jump stuff is super painful in Unity for a beginner. Because you have to do breakcast and all this other stuff. To get it right, you have to do a lot of physics-based code. This is the raycast object. Brilliant. I think this is such an improvement from what Unity does. Yeah, Zaft, I'd agree with that too. So I think there are some things, and it's, that's historic. There's historic reasons for that. It's because Unity used to be just 3D, and they said, oh, well, to make it 2D, let's just add in orthographic camera. They said, okay, well, we can use all the stuff we've had and just do an orthographic. Godot, I think, did a really cool thing, really clever thing, where it's sort of like 2D, 3D are separate from each other. Nicely separated, isolated from each other, and that's pretty cool. Okay. What am I doing? What do I want to add in next? I was working on just cleaning up my level a little bit. Yeah, I wanted to add in spikes that were like halfway up. that these guys would walk across them. I want to add in, do I have, that's interesting. I'm trying to get to my tile map. Do I have in my tile map, I want some tiles that are halfsies. Yeah, so these are 16 by 16. If I made these, that's too bad. I need to make a spike that is half and half. I'm gonna create a new spike scene. I'm gonna duplicate this spikes, half. And what I want to do is I want to have a second, I want them to be elevated. So rather than being inside, I want them to be out and elevated. And maybe I could adjust my spike here to do it. Spike halfsies, that's right, daddy. That's right, Biffles. I gotta be careful what I say. Let's add in a second sprite. Biffles, I gotta be careful. You guys are so evil to me sometimes. You're hilarious. Don't do it, Tawny. Don't do it. Let's edit the region. We just want this to be the bottom half of one of these. So I'm gonna get it close over here. It's the bottom half of this. And so it's gonna be 0, 8, 16, 8. And then we want this to be transformed 8 pixels down, 4 pixels down, and then this one will be transformed 4 pixels up, 8 pixels up. Interesting. Like that. So we have a spike that we can put on top. I need to move this up as well as our death collider. Did a lot of work here that I probably could have done more efficiently, but it's okay. Let's go back to our scene. In our hazards, we'll add a half-C spike. Spike half-Cs. I cannot just drag that in there. Why can't I drag you in there? Is it just not enough space? Oh. Why can't I drag that in there? Nerd Waffle, thanks for hanging out. Have a beautiful day, my friend. We'll be back tomorrow. I hope you can make it, but no pressure. Ah, that's why. I gotta do it here. Okay, I have to do it in my tile set. Bipples, listen, I think you need to select tile set. Yeah, thank you, Destadio, exactly. Points, add Destiato. 500 points, thank you so much for your help. Let's come to our tile map. And I want to add in my spike halves like this. All right, so this guy will walk over it. And we gotta be careful when we're falling down to bounce off of it. Hat, 1 hat, 2 hat, red hats, 1 hat, 2 hat, brown hats, blue hat. Thank you for the hats, Biffles. Glad you got that on repeat. All right, let's move our character over here, our player character. I need to go inside of my player here. Let's enter this scene. I need to reset. This is transformed way over. We're gonna reset that. Let's try this. All right, so now we start at the beginning. Good. Ooh. Oh, let's see if we can make it there. We're gonna have to move my player that far, actually. Let's just move my player over. Move our player here. Let's make... What's interesting, I have to make a faster enemy now. Cheating! Zapped, it's true. I need to make a faster enemy. This enemy's gonna be scary. So one of the things... So here's one of the downsides of making this a tile map enemy. I can't modify the speed of this thing in my scene. So I want one of the enemies to be a little bit faster. So I have to make like a variant of this enemy. I can't just edit it in the scene. So I have to make a variant of it. Here. Fast enemy. So I have to make a variant like this, and if I open up this enemy, hello? Oh, this is the wrong thing. It's weird that's in my scene. Move view in here. Duplicate, this will be fast enemy. And this enemy's movement controller, we set its speed to 600, like this. Let's add it to our tile set. So there's some downsides to doing it this way in our tile map, which are slightly annoying. Tile map, fast enemy, paint you in. Boop, delete that guy. Might want to make this shorter. But yeah, Zaft, we be cheating. Yeah, this enemy is going to be a little bit harder. I want to make it so you can't... essentially going to have to fall on this guy here, like that. You have to get the timing right. Like that. Okay. To do that, I think I need to make... That's what I did before, is I put spikes on this wall, which feels evil. But evil is my middle name. Yeah, so you gotta wait for that thing to respawn. Oh, it's horrible. That's horrible. Let's move these up. I think it'll be a little bit better if we move these up. Let's go back to our tile map. Let's grab these. Enjoy your sleep, Rain. Get some rest. Thank you so much for hanging out. Have a beautiful day. Hope to see you again soon, my friend. So I can just hop down there like that. I think I need to add in to the tile map. Let's add in too many. Right there. Right there. Is an element. Thank you so much for the follow. Is an element. I'd like to welcome you to the crew now. Is an element. Thank you for being here. I'd like to say thank you so much. Thank you for following me today. We got Is an Element following, so thank you very much. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to Captain Coder's Academy. I hope you're having a beautiful day, my friend. Be a beautiful day. Let's adjust our enemies' speed. 600 is too much. Let's try 400. A little bit easier to time, maybe. There we go. And then I also want to make sure that if I'm holding the jump button down, that I will bounce too high. Yeah, there we go. Just gotta wait for it to respawn. Boop. Terrible. Boop. There we go. We have to make one that doesn't move. So this guy will be a standing still enemy. So fast enemy. Let's duplicate you as no move enemy. So the no move enemy's speed will just be 0. Alternatively, we could have a thing say like, well, if I'm trapped, don't turn around. There we go. Gosh, that's horrible. Boop. We gotta make that longer. Oh! Let's move that one down a little bit. All right, let's go back into the level. All right, our level's almost evil enough. Almost evil enough. There we go. And we'll put Bofu up there. No, Biffles! It's still the normal one? Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. This is true. This is true. We gotta add the enemy to our tile set. Destadio, thank you, points. Add Destadio. 250 points. Thank you so much for that. No move enemy. And then we will draw the no move enemy in. Using our tile map. Boop. No move enemy. Honestly, I'm thinking the way I did it in Tick 80 might have been the way to go, where we have like our tile set has instructions we can place onto it. There we go. Oof. Oof. Got him. There we go. So we can get up there. That's going to be the end of the level. Okay. Go ahead and save. Let's do a commit. Get. I don't know how to do get status every time, but let's do it. Get add. Get commit dash m chore finish basic level 1. We have to add in like an actual end level, but music and stuff is what's coming. What's coming? We need to add a little menu here for the title screen. Yeah, and it feels good. Feels good. All right, folks, we're gonna wrap it up here. I'm gonna find someone to raid out to. Thank you guys so much for joining in with me on this beautiful day. I hope you had a beautiful, beautiful day just like I did. So much fun was had. Folks, give me just a second here. We're gonna find someone to raid out to. I'm gonna promote Captain Coder's Learn You a Game Jam one more time here. So folks, don't forget Tofu Boy. We got Tofu, we call it Tofu Man, Tofu Land. Tofu Land is what I've been calling it. In the past, that's what I've called it. This was super fun. I'm having a blast. We're gonna be back tomorrow morning promoting Captain Coder's Learn You a Game Jam. Captain Coder's Learn You a Game Jam. Don't forget, we got Captain Coder's Learn You a Game Jam. Be sure to join the jam. Be sure to be there or be a shape that is less than round. Folks, you know you want to. Let's have this guy tell us all about it. Captain Coder's Learn You a Game Jam coming up in just a few days. To Captain Coder's Learn You a Game Jam, where you are encouraged to learn something new. In this game jam, you don't win by creating the best game possible. You win by learning as much as possible. In addition to submitting your game to this jam, you're encouraged to submit a devlog, blog, or vlog detailing what you learned along with the resources that you used so others can also learn that skill. If you do this, you're entered into our raffle to win $50. 5 unique people will be drawn and each will win $50. Additionally, myself and 2 guest judges will review all of the submissions to determine the top 5 most educational submissions. 2 grand prize winners will receive $250 each, one for the best written blog and one for the most educational video or podcast. Additionally, 3 runners-up will win $100 each just for learning something new. So join the Discord, check us out on Twitch, and learn something new. I can't wait to see what you make. We'll see you there. Yeah, so join the Discord. Excuse me, I just inhaled some coffee, inhaled some tea. Join the Discord. What to do with my hands while on camera? Oh no. Oh no. Biffles. Keep it PG, keep it family friendly. I think that, yeah. I don't know what to do with my hands while on camera. Biffles, be careful. We're going to raid out to someone. We want to be promoting Captain Coder's new game jam, so we're going to find someone fun to raid into. I have some people here who we haven't raided yet. We got Justin Helps, Finsipity Cat, Robotech, Mudbound Dragon, Edom Years. We haven't rated any of these people yet. We've rated JD, I think, a little bit earlier, or last week when we were doing Learn Your Game Jam. But I'm thinking we're going to go to Justin Helps has been hanging out with us. Finsipity Cat actually rated us the other day. Let's do Finsipity Cat. No, Robotech actually rated us yesterday. It's so hard. I want to rate them all. Let's do Robotech. Robotech's just starting out. Let's get Robotech a raid. Everyone, thank you so much for hanging out. Remember, let's get a raid started here. We're going to go over there. We're going to tell them all about Captain Coder's Learn You a Game Jam. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Remember to keep coding, keep growing, keep being the best you can be. You're welcome back anytime. We'll be back tomorrow morning, folks. Have a beautiful day. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.